Volume, there we go. Hello, hello. And can I get a confirmation of sound? Sound would be good. Awesome, we have sound. We do have some what looks to be internet issues today for some reason. So I'm just not sure what's going on there, but we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully it gets better. Just gonna stop this here, so just give me 1 second here. Hopefully we can get it a little bit better. Hi Patricia, welcome to the first time on one of our live streams. So today's plan is we're going to try and design a little either a wall hanging or a table runner. We're thinking about something in a sort of an Easter type thing. And hope it's not buffering too badly for you. We're getting a lot of drop frames right now, and I don't know what's going on. Hello, Patricia. Okay, so let's get started. What we need to do is design some blocks for these two spaces here. We have an opportunity here to just go out and build something up. So question for everybody, what is your guys' idea? What kind of thing should we put in this block for a spring or Easter type block? If not, if we can't come up with something, we're probably going to do something that's a little bit more abstract. Hello, tulips. That's a good one. Flowers, okay. Rabbits and eggs. Gonna make it easy on me, are ya? Bunnies? Chickens? Fun making square things out of round objects? Flower basket. Maybe that's something we could do. No children. Sorry, children's too complicated. Too complicated. Free motion drawing. Yeah, that's where we're gonna go, is to the free motion drawing. Now I think baskets would be a good one. And so we've got 24 inches long here. And what we're gonna try and do here is create a basket design. So I'm gonna start off by going from 5 inches to the 3-inch line. And that's going to give us this one of the sides of the basket. And I think what we're going to just come straight down the 3-inch line for 12 inches and in from the side. So there's a general basket shape. Flower baskets, bunnies, and eggs. Round is really hard to do with straight lines. And while we can create applique, that wasn't my main thought for this one. So let's go up, create a handle. Now we want this to be symmetrical, top and bottom. And so this is going to be the inside of the handle. And we'll go up a couple of inches. think that should be here. Oh, I messed up. Put it in the wrong place. Well, we can easily move it just like this. There we go. There's the first side. Ellie really likes those snowball corners. So we're going to take what would be a half there. So I'm not happy with how my snap points are on the grid here, because I don't like how this drew out. So you'll notice on the 12-inch, I've got 24 snaps, so that gives me half-inch snaps. Whereas in the 24 across here, I've only got 24 horizontal snaps. So I need to actually increase that to 48, so that I have one for every line, or every half-inch. So there we go. Now I've got half-inch across the horizontal as well as across the vertical, and now I can see my lines better. It was throwing my eyes off a little bit. Yeah, absolutely, we could do that, Valerie. We can do the little circles and stuff in a separate applique block, and we'll just overlay them. So we need to finish out this handle here. Didn't like where it was going, so yeah, I think it's a great idea. There we go. Now we've got a basket with a handle. Okay, so what do we want to put over on this side? Any thoughts? So we've got a basket. So you're thinking invert the basket, Ellie? Hey Pat, good to see you. So we're going to go up 4 inches. And we're going to come out it's the wrong angle, but we'll get rid of that line. There's our inside lines, and our outside lines are going to be here. Oh, that's not right. Draw more lines. Yeah, that would be cool. A bow in the middle. Some reason I can't delete that line. Oh, because I'm in edit. That would be why. So one of the things about the application is it doesn't let you delete things when you're in the edit option. So you really have to be cognizant of which section you're in. You can pick the line and you'll be able to delete it, but you won't be able to delete it if you're editing it. A bow on the basket. Or a bow in the center. Interesting thought, Valerie. How could I do that? So I'm just trying to think here how to draw a bow that will A, look good, and B, makes sense when we're going to build it. Because remember, everything we design has to be buildable. It's easy to say, yeah, let's do these things, but at the end of the day, if we can't build it, there was no point in it. So for example, to build this square, this is what I would do. And that takes care of that one. And that takes care of that one. So now we have the baskets pretty much laid out. Now we could do something else in the basket body here to give it some depth. Not quite sure that's right. Yeah, we could also do the bows as a as an addition to the overall quilt, like as an applique. I don't think this triangles are working out, so I'm going to select them and get rid of them. I also think the line here is the wrong angle, so I'm going to fix that too. There we go, that's better. So these whole handle sides are wrong too. It's just the bottom that's wrong. This should be 9. There we go, that's better. Now we get the same shape. So we have some good news today and some bad news to share. The good news is I found a new job, so I will be employed. So we'll be able to continue to do YouTube and all the things that we've been doing with you guys for the next little while. So that's a good thing. But the bad news is I won't have time to do these videos live anymore. So I'm going to have to put some focus into the new job. Thank you. I know it didn't seem like it was took very long, but it was a very chaotic couple of weeks. So what we're going to do is I'm going to record videos when I have time, and we'll continue to do some of these live streams, and we're talking about different ways that we could maybe have the live streams as well, but at least for the first little while we're going to have to hold off on the live streams just so that I can focus on my job. But the work, like, we'll continue to do the Tech Talk stuff, but it'll just be recorded as opposed to live. Thanks, Valerie. So we're not disappearing, we're just going to focus on doing the things that we need to do to be successful and continue to do YouTube, because without me being focused on that activity, we won't be successful in doing YouTube either. So thanks, Karen and Denise. Doesn't mean I'm going away. I'll still be here harassing Laurelyn all the time. She'll be busy trying to keep up with all the different things that we've got planned as well. So we're not going anywhere as a channel. The plan is, yes, Nadine. Right now we're not planning on changing anything with Laurelyn's schedule. Just mine, unfortunately. And you never know. It might not be her doing it. I might do something. You never know what happens when we get together and start thinking about ways to do things. Yep. She's going to do tech talk and I'm going to do the sewing. That should be entertaining. What do you think of our diamond baskets? So if we go, just trying to think here, in the middle, just going to draw a line to give me some visual things to work off of. Yes, I know that goes there, and that goes there, and there we go. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Block of the month will still be done, Ellie. We're not going to stop that at all. It just won't be a live stream. Or if it is going to be a live stream, we'll do it on Sunday. We'll just start a little bit earlier. Something like that. That's the thought process right now. Yes, Denise, fabric is precious, and I understand that, and I will be doing some activities myself. I've just bought actually a few bolts of fabric to do a design that I'm going to share with everybody, and so I'll be actually learning to do my quilting now as well, so we can all do it together. So yeah, we'll continue to do block of the month. We'll continue to do all of the standard activities that we've been doing, and then I will definitely be looking at how I can continue to participate and do some extra things and help Mom out. Yeah, no touching. Okay, let's try some color on this block. Screen is very bright. Don't know how I can change that for you, Ellie. I know my the top of my head's very bright. If that's what's causing the glare, I apologize, but not sure how I can do anything other than that. Let's take these and make them a brown color, and then we're going to take a lighter brown and add it for the handle. And we're going to make this the same colors. And let's do a blue in the middle of the handle. Or maybe a pink. We know how brown and pink go together. No, that's the wrong pink. Oops. What about a pink background? There we go. Pig's color. And then if we do we've got some bow ties and some baskets, so pastel colors. We need the bright, vibrant. We need the bright, vibrant colors, don't we? Nah, don't like that color. What about a green? Nah, I don't like that color either. Or do we do this? Well, we could do that. I don't like the pink so much. That's better. Or maybe that's not green enough. Maybe something like that. No, I don't like that color. It's too bright. Of course, you can make whatever colors you want. And I'm going to go back to the olive. I sort of like that. It's easy on the eyes. So this is the quilt work table. Now these are just some fabrics that I threw in there. But let's look at adding our block, which we didn't save. So we better save it. Bright spring colors. I don't think those colors go with that border. So how can we make those colors sort of more match the border? Yeah, I was thinking a light blue, or even trying to find a purple, or even using the same pattern colors, fabric colors. So let's see if we can grab those fabrics. And these are all Northcott fabrics here that I've imported, but we could put sort of something like this. And then use this. I'm just looking for a little bit of a matching tone here. So you can see what it would look like with those Northcott fabrics. Then we need a light. And there's our darker baskets. So let's save that and see what that looks like. That looks better because it actually joins it all together here. So these, the fabrics that, excuse me, losing my voice. The fabrics that I did import, the line on the right basket is too wide. Which line? Yeah, Pat, you'd have to explain to me which line. There's a ton of lines here. If we go back to the block work table, are you talking about in the basket itself? So that's on the 6, that's on the 1. It's this line here, which is thrown off these lines as well. Good eye. I would have seen it later on, more than likely. So we'll draw that down and then drop that down. There we go. That looks better. Thank you for catching that. That looks better. Now what if we did something really crazy and went all pink back or purpley pink background? Oops. So lots of fun we can have with baskets and different shapes, and of course we can always have the boss there put in some eggs and some applique and things like that in there. So let's just save that version too and throw it in just to see what it looks like. I can make them a different color. I can do whatever we want to do. That's the joys of the application. I'm thinking, let's go with this. I know I spend a lot of time playing in here, and actually I think I'm gonna do something like this. It's okay, Helly. You don't have to like everything we do. That's the joys of of quilting. I'm not a big fan of the bows myself, but let's see what we can do to change them so that they're better. Quilt work table, block size. Back to draw. Yeah, I don't like the bows myself. I don't like the shape of the bows. They don't really go with what we're trying to build out here. So I'm going to put something a little bit more abstract in. Get rid of the concept of the bows. And we're going to take our lines and we're going to maybe put a star in the center. Let's look at colors here. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think the blue's a little bit too dark and I don't like the pink. So let's go with, whoops. That's actually kind of neat. I like that design. Yeah, I think it's a little bit cleaner look to it, and the pearl shape here, or the eye shape, really brings out the whole thing. Yeah, I like that better. You want these lines up higher? I agree. That's a good idea. So let's make that happen. And then that'll give us a star. There we go. Yeah, it could be an Easter egg in the center. That's a lot better, I think, personally. Okay, so let's save that and throw that into the quilt work table. Now, I don't like how this is. It doesn't match, so we're going to go back and we're going to do some fabric work on the colors for this too, the edges and borders. Nope. So I think what we want is the dark there in that layer of that tier. Yep, gotta change the colors around. Gotta have some. This is the fun stuff, right? There's a little bit more earth tones in that, so that's better. Oops. I think that works better. So you can see how quickly you can actually create multiple designs using the same general block. For the dark one again, fix these purples. Bye, Patricia. And we're going to use this. All those Y seams. And I know it's for Mom. She loves those Y seams. She even said it. Can tell she's not listening because, you know. Then we do this and put that over there. I think that's a cute table runner. I think that's pretty cool. I like what we've done here. So if we were going to, rather than make two of the same block, maybe we should make a different block. Can you do the blocks without Y seams? I don't know. Let's take a look at the build so we can go back to the block work table and look at the drawings. So the key to removing Y seams is just putting the lines in that allow you to build the block without having Y seams. Right, so just by putting a line down here, you remove the requirement for Y seams from that area. You can draw a line here. And then that would give you, get rid of the Y seam requirement. And this would be the same across all of these. And I don't see, okay, so this part here, whoops, will need to be adjusted slightly so that we don't have to do Y seams, but it will mean that you're working with much smaller pieces as well. You're going to want to separate something along these lines. And so you understand this corner is a ½ inch, or sorry, this is an inch, but the actual space you're working with is going to be a ½ inch within your sewing line. So you're going to have very tight seam allowances, and you're going to have challenge with building it out from a size perspective. So right now, as of, I can't see any other Y seams here. So you would build each one of these blocks individually, and then sew your row together. And then we need to draw a line here and here. I would build this whole block and then sew each of these lines to it. Don't worry, you should see the pattern that we're going to be working on. It's it has no Y seams, and it is mostly half square triangles. So I think for a first one, and Helly, I have sewing experience. I have done a lot of sewing in the past. When I was younger, I built a lot of stuffed toys for my younger sibling, and also did a lot of clothing work and built clothing for my myself and my family. So I have some sewing experience, and that's why I bring up these statements about making it buildable and making the fabrics able to be used. So because your blocks are, you know, when it comes to quilting, you have, if you want to get to any of the more complex pieces, it's either paper pieced, and Heather White's doing some amazing paper piecing right now. So if you head over to the Quilt Shop Mafia page and just check that out, she's got some really amazing amazing content that she's putting up there. So if you get a chance, you should look at that. But if you want to get to some of the more complex patterns, you have to do some of these paper piecing or Y seams, or some of the more complex skill sets. As you grow your skills, you want to adventure into some of those things. My whole goal is not to make these things difficult, it's to make them easy. So when we talk about doing, for example, this square, it's just going to be stitch and flip each of the lines, and then when you bring these two pieces together, or any of these 4 blocks together, you're just going to sew and make sure that your seams are lined up for each one of the, well, in this case there's only 2. In this case there'd be 1, 2. Well, I guess in all cases there's going to be 2 seams that you have to align across this border, or across this basket. The Mafia page is at, just give me a second, I'll grab the link for you. Okay. Yeah, I did put it in, I think it's in the video description, but here you go. It's in the text now. So yeah, I like that block. And now it's Y seam free for all those that don't want Y seams. And what I think we'll do is we'll save this block, this pattern, and we'll actually put it up on the website for everybody to download, free download. So yeah, I hope that everybody enjoys this, and we'll try and do some more of this in the future. Hopefully it will be one of those things that we can come back to time and time again and use for as examples for how we can do some additional learning about doing sewing and the tool. I really like this thing here. Again, if you, Pat, when you download it, if you want to do it whatever you want, you can do it whatever colors you want. I personally like the color. It creates that teardrop look, and it's just really nice in my humble opinion. Thank you, Helly. I am going to do my best at this new role and make sure that everybody can remain and happy, and we can keep this this YouTube channel going. So it's good that we have such good followers and people that are watching. We did get a couple of pieces of mail, so those will come up on Sunday. And wanted to thank everybody for coming out today and watching this, as well as any of the future videos we do. So if you have a chance to give us a thumbs up and like it, all of our videos, please do, and as well as don't forget to subscribe. And hopefully Tech Talk will be back. We'll make some decisions on how we can do that. Just not sure right now, and with like I said, with the new role, it's going to be a challenge to do both, so we're going to try and focus on one thing at a time. So I really appreciate everything, and you'll see me around. I'm not going to disappear. I'll still be in the bottom corner on Sundays holding up the rest of the screen, and hopefully we can get this video issue that I've got today sorted out. So have a great night, everybody, and we shall see you next time. Thanks.